So right now I am about $2,000 in for my profit to 5,000, and I'll show you guys the trades I took, why I took it, and why I exited the trades. Welcome back on my legend. In today's video, I'm gonna recap my FTMO verification challenge and how I'm doing so far. So last week I didn't post. I've been procrastinating, so today I'm gonna post, and then about a couple of days later I'm gonna post again. Right now it's 11 p.m. Pacific time, so I have an hour to record and edit before the market opens for me to trade. But let me show you guys real quick the results of, I believe, 1.5 week in my verification. So right now I am about $2,000 in for my profit to 5,000, and I'll show you guys the trades I took, why I took it, and why I exited the trades. So far I took 5 trades, and then you can see here my max daily loss. I almost lost the challenge, but I didn't, luckily. So 2,000 in profit. I started December 7th. Today is December 17th, so 10 days in, about a week and a half. And I end on February 4th. Yeah, so 60 days. The other day, or the last video, I said 30 days, but it's actually 60 days, okay? So, yeah, let's go to the account and I'll show you guys why I entered and exited the trades. All right, so here we are. Let's go through the first trade first. GA. Let's go through it. GP, AUD. Before I trade, I always look at news and I don't trade within an hour or two before the news. I don't want it to affect the way I trade. All these, what is it, slips right here. I'm doing a 90-day fitness challenge with myself and just trying to get back into shape. All right, so here we go. So the entry was this white line right here, and I did a sell and a hit take profit quite quickly on this trade. So my analysis with this, why I took profit here, I usually just look to the left and kind of see where it been. So for example, this one, like if it takes too far, you just go to H1. You can kind of see the take profits, looking to your left. So entry was right here. For me, I just scalp, so I don't go for a whole crazy. I just want a high win rate. So you can see here, where's the line at? Move this over here. You can see here, take profit right here. There are some, so it went lower here, but I don't really need to capture the whole move. Don't want to be greedy in the market. Just want to get what I can and just get out. So you can see here, it went here, and it hit over here multiple times. So I don't just use one time frame. I look at multiple time frames. So as you can see here, this was not that many pips on H4. So here it's about sell about 30 pips. Yeah, about 30 pips, and I did a sell here. My stop losses, I just use mental stop loss. So I just let it go, and then I let it take profit. If it doesn't, I come back and review and see if I want to exit the trade or not. It's just a mental stop loss that I use. So I did a sell here. Other analysis I do is you look, it's a lower low. You draw your trend lines and make sure that it's creating lower lows. So this was before. Oh, this was before. So you wouldn't look at it there. But for H4, the candles take longer. So as long as the candle is lower, as you can see here, it's creating lower lows for each 4 hours. Is creating lower lows. So you kind of know that's a sell. And you look at the moving averages, it's under the 50 and the 200, so the trend is going down. But I look at M15 for more precise entry. So here you can see it's creating lower lows, and then when it pulled back, then I did a sell entry, and then that's how I hit my profit. Yes, I could have gotten more, but I just like to have a higher win rate, so I don't really go for a lot of pips. I just go for, as of right now, about 10%, 8 to 10% of my account take profit. And then, yep, that one hit. Then I would just go over about. I could just go over. Oh, I'll just go over this one and the one that I exited here. NJ right here. Let me go to it. So NJ here. I use moving averages, support resistance. I'm testing out some indicators right now to see if it helped me make more of a sniper entry, more precise entry. So that I will see how it goes. So I have been using that so far to get a better entry, but really moving averages and just price action so far has been working pretty well. So I will see how those new indicators that I got, how they go. They have been helping a lot. So let's go to here. Okay, so NJ, this is the one that I exited in a $20 loss plus commission, so $30. Um, yeah, $30. So about $50 loss on this FTMO trade. So let me explain to you guys why I entered and why I exited. So it almost hit take profit. I moved my stop take profits. My take profit was about a little bit up here, like this. I don't remember the exact because I adjusted my stop, my take profit. But so I entered here, and like I said, the reason I entered is because it's creating higher highs. Even though it's creating some lower lows, this is more consolidation here, meaning it's just going sideways. But it's creating on average higher highs. So when it bounced back here, I was my assumption was that it was going to go bounce back up, which it didn't. It went about halfway to my take profit, and this was a Friday entry, and it held it for about so until yesterday, so about Wednesday. So it took 4 days, and it never hit my take profit. It almost hit down here. I almost exited, but then I was looking at my other time frames, and I realized, you know what? It still has it still has potential for it to move up. So it was moving up. So when it was down here, I was thinking about closing it, but I just kept it. Looking at other time frames, once there's more bias towards not going your direction, that's when I will mentally close my trade or physically close my trade. But mentally, I look at it. I look at multiple time frames and just make sure your account has enough what is it, balance to handle what you're trading. Okay, so I'm a pretty high risk trader, so I have enough room to move. Only trade money that doesn't make you very emotional. For example, if you're down 100 and you're whatever, but if you're down 1,000 and your hair is about to come off your head, then don't trade that amount. Try trade small and then start building up. But this is my FTMO account. If I lose, then I lose 600, so it's an okay amount for me. So when I looked at other time frames, I see that it's still going up. So I stayed in the trade, and then I believe I exited it around here, 9:17, 9:30. So when I look back here and I looked at all the other time frames, there was more bias that it was gonna drop more than or it's gonna have more of a sell than a buy. Okay, so that's when I changed my take profit to a 73.15 just to take half a pip profit just to exit the trade. But then when it went to broke even, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna close it because it's not worth it for me to even keep it open. So right when I closed it, it did went up and it almost hit take profit, but look, it came back down. So now I'm stuck for the trade for again. So that's why I exited the trade and I just re-entered a different trade, which is Euro CHF. You can see here it hit take profit on the same day, 17 and then 17, right? So the opportunity cost of leaving this one open, I only like to open one trade at a time with FTMO. So uh, I have to close one before open one is my strategy with FTMO. So I closed that one, and I'm like, you know, it's opportunity cost. If it's gonna take another day for it to hit, now I'm losing $500 of potential profit, right? So that's why I closed it and I entered Euro CHF, which I'll break down right here for you guys. My entry, okay. Okay, so I just drew up Euro CHF here for a buy. As you guys can see here, zoom in. As it came here and it came off and almost bounced the MA 50, that's when I did my entry. This is my entry. So I also look at other time frames. Like I said, the more you trade, you look at all the time frames and you look at which has the most bias. Is the bias more of a buy or bias more of a sell, right? So if you look at all the time frames and you look, if there's, let me see how many time frames there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 time frames, right? So if about, I at least need like 4 out of 5 to be more confident that it will go my way, right? So 4 out of time frames, you look at your time frames, you look at your support and resistance, and right now I'm testing some indicators that are doing pretty well. So I'm gonna start incorporating that more and then see how it goes. But you want to have more bias towards if you're doing a buy on multiple time frames before entering. You can't just really look. For me, at least, I don't just look at one time frame because you look at one time frame, you only see a small picture of the pie, right? You want to see the whole big image and see where it's gonna go. So as you can see here, it did go in a drawdown of about 14 pips, and then I take profit of about 11 pips, 13 pips, right? So like I said, you can see it going up consistently on the moving averages, and then when I entered, it just happened to, of course, drop where I entered, right? It's just a coincidence. But then it still to rallied up still, and then yeah, hit my take profit. So that one took about a couple hours, what, one, two, about 3, 4 hours for it to hit take profit. Yeah, but then we can look at other time frame as well. You can see here M15 it has more bias, right? So it's above the moving averages, right? So that means that we have more bias on M30. H1 has more bias; it's above the moving averages. H4, H4 is little on the bottom, not the bottom, but it's still a little bit more towards bias. It's still buy, right? Moving averages. And then not only that, you look at your trend lines. You see, especially with the daily, you can see that the whole day it's been going up green. The previous day was green. The whole day it's been going up. So it kind of gives you more bias towards doing a buy, right? So H4, same thing. Every hour, every 4 hours, it's been going up. Okay, so you kind of draw your trend lines like this, and you kind of find out. Like for me, I don't even physically draw anymore. I just look at it and I just kind of see, okay, is it more of a bias of buy or more bias of a sell? Okay. Yeah, so that is the breakdown of my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. So if I take more 5 trades and I profit 500 each trade, then I'll be able to. Well, it'll be 6 trades. It says I need 4,000 to hit my FTMO challenge. Oh no, 3,000 times or divided by 5. I can't do math. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 36. Yeah. Yep. But that's about it with my FTMO for now. I'll update you guys again next week. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys got a little value. I know I talked pretty fast on this video. I didn't want to make it too long for you guys. But hit the subscribe because if you guys want to learn more and you guys want to keep updating my FTMO, I hope that I pass the FTMO and get my first withdrawal from FTMO. If you guys have any other funding firms that you guys like, comment down below because I'm trying to find a better one than FTMO. But so far, FTMO has been the best for me as looking at the rules. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have any comments or have any questions, leave in the comments and subscribe.